Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers at Cricket Next. You are watching Morning Bulletin with me, Kanabali, and I'm here with another set of news for you guys, latest cricketing news. And as you all know, the biggest news in world cricket right now is the ICC ODI World Cup schedule, which was announced yesterday in Mumbai. ICC and BCCI came together to announce the official schedule for this year's World Cup, and we have all the fixtures right in front of us now. We had speculations, tentative schedules, which team will play against which team in which stadium on which date. We had a lot of speculations, but yesterday there was a stamp of official authority in front of every date and every venue. Um I'll summarize the schedule for you. I'll summarize the event that happened yesterday for you. I was there at that event in Mumbai yesterday, where Vrinder Sivang, Mutaya Muralidharan, Jay Shah, and other ICC BCCI officials were present. And when they announced the official World Cup schedule for this year, the main takeaways, the key are that the very first match of this year's World Cup will be played between the two finalists of the 2019 ODI World Cup, that is England and New Zealand. We all remember one hell of a final that was played in England in Lords in the 2019 ODI World Cup final between England and New Zealand. It went down to the wire. England won by the barest of margins, that is on boundary count. Even the super over got tied. These two teams will play the very first match of this year's World Cup on 5th of October in Ahmedabad at the Narendra Modi Stadium. And for Indian fans, the very first match that India plays in this year's World Cup will be against Australia on 8th of October. That is the third day since from the start of the World Cup in Chennai. India and Australia will play their respective first matches of this World Cup in Chennai, and the biggest match, the much awaited, the most awaited match of any ICC tournament, not just this World Cup, but any ICC tournament. This year, it's a bit more special because it's India's home ground, but the biggest match, India versus Pakistan, is will officially be played on 15th of October in Ahmedabad at the Narendra Modi Stadium, the biggest stadium of this world, the biggest sports stadium of this world, a capacity of more than 1 lakh people, around 1,20,000 people. And imagine the atmosphere. We all saw MCG, a packed MCG. It was the biggest stadium before this. Uh, Ahmedabad Stadium and a packed MCG, 90,000 people watching the India versus Pakistan T20 World Cup game, and we all know in which Virat Kohli took the game away from Pakistan's hand. And the atmosphere that the stadium had 90,000 people cheering, and imagine more people more than 1 lakh people in the stadium, the biggest stadium of the world, cheering for India. And also, if any Pakistan fans are there in the Ahmedabad Stadium cheering both the teams, and you can imagine the noise levels in the stadium. So India versus Pakistan, 15th of October. Mark your calendars. Take your leaves if you want to. Take your offs from your schools, colleges. This is something I don't think even parents would. Uh, object much, but it is a very, very, very big day for both the teams, for Indian cricket fans, for Pakistan cricket fans, and for world cricket fans, because it is the game which everyone waits for. And apart from this, there are 12 official venues in India for this year's World Cup, out of which Northeast India, for the very first time, has got a World Cup game. In the history of cricket, Northeast India has got a World Cup game. Although it's a warm up match, it's a warm up game, but there will be a warm up game in Guwahati in Northeast India, and the other warm up game would be in Thiruvananthapuram. Including these two, there are 12 official venues, and India will also play in different venues across the country. And I'll on your screens you can see the India fixtures for this year's World Cup for all the Indian fans. These are the main fixtures for Indian team in this year's World Cup. As I said, they will start their campaign against Australia in Chennai on 8th of October. Then they will go on to Delhi, New Delhi, the Firozshah Kotla Stadium, the Arun Jaitley Stadium, 11th October against Afghanistan. And then, as I said, the biggest match versus Pakistan, 15th of October in Ahmedabad. and then they move to Pune on 19th of October versus Bangladesh. And then the scenic, the iconic with a beautiful scenery and in the background of the stadium, Dharamshala. I mean, they will play New Zealand at Dharamshala on 22nd of October. And then they will go to the Nawabo Ka Shahar, Lucknow on 29th of October to play another big match. England, one of the best white ball teams going around. They will play England on 29th of October in Lucknow, followed by Mumbai. They'll come to Wankhede Stadium on 2nd of November uh, to play against one of the qualifiers. It will be decided which team qualifies, and this slot will be filled, and we'll get to know which team will India face in Mumbai Wankhede Stadium. Then India will go on to play South Africa in Kolkata on 5th of November. That is Virat Kohli's birthday. As you all know, 5th November is Virat Kohli's birthday, and he'll play South Africa in Eden Gardens, Kolkata on his birthday. And then for the final league stage match would be against another qualifier. We'll soon get to know which team on 11th of November, Bengaluru. Virat Kohli's home, RCB home ground, and Bengaluru. And we hope that India will played. It's a high scoring round, and India, whoever the team is against them, they will come out victorious. So, yeah, these are the fixtures: Chennai, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Pune, Dharamshala, Lucknow, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore. Not even a single stadium is being repeated. They are traveling across the country to play all their league matches, and it will be a very tiring World Cup for the teams because traveling is not easy. Traveling is not that easy. Chennai to Delhi to Ahmedabad to Pune to Dharamshala to Lucknow to Mumbai to Kolkata and then to Bangalore. And then the two semi-finals will be hosted in Mumbai and in Eden Gardens, Kolkata. Kolkata and Mumbai are the two cities which will host the semi-final, and the final will be hosted obviously in Ahmedabad, National Stadium, the biggest stadium in the world. But there's a catch in the semi-final venues because PCB had requested two things from ICC and BCCI, and that was they wanted to swap their matches. They had a match against Australia in Bengaluru and Afghanistan in Chennai. They wanted to play Afghanistan in Bengaluru and Australia in Chennai, but BCCI denied that request straight away. But they had another request which BCI and ICC both have accepted, and that was that they didn't want to play in Mumbai because of security reasons. So the catch here is that if India and Pakistan, both the teams reach the semi-finals, the first semi-final which used to be played in Mumbai, then these two teams will play in Kolkata and the other two teams will play in Mumbai. But if Pakistan doesn't reach the semi-final and India does with some other team, they will play their semi-final in Mumbai. There is this catch, and it is because of security reasons and because PCB has put in a request for the same. Apart from that, we had two former cricketers present in the event yesterday, Virendra Sehwag and Mutaiya Muralidharan, and they shared a lot of memories of the World Cups, the importance of World Cups, what they did in their respective victories, 1996 Sri Lanka, 2011 India. Virendra Sehwag talked about how important it is for India to win the World Cup. And there's a very interesting point he said, and I'll put it on a screen. You can read. He said that basically, to summarize, he said that we played the 2011 World Cup for Sachin Paji. We won it for him, and it's time that this team wins it for Virat Kohli. And he explained why. He said, and I quote, "We played that World Cup for Tendulkar. We won the World Cup, and it was a great exit for Sachin Paji. Kohli is now in Tendulkar's shoes. The way he plays, he talks, he looks after the others, and the way he plays cricket with his passion, he's the one now. Everybody is looking to win. This World Cup is for Kohli." Then he added Kohli is the same now. Everybody will look to win the World Cup for him. He always gives more than 100%. I think Kohli is also looking forward to this World Cup. 1 lakh people will watch you at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, which is the final. He's saying Kohli knows how the pitches will behave. I am sure he will score a lot of runs and he will do his best to win the World Cup for India. So it's a big thing to say for someone, a legend like Virendra Sehwag, saying that we won the 2011 World Cup for Sachin Paji. He had a great exit, and this time I hope the team does it for Virat Kohli because Kohli is in Sachin Paji's shoes, and He is the same as Sachin Paji was, but Sachin Paji was during his playing days. So he wants the team to win it for Virat Kohli, and everybody would want the same. Indian cricket fans, they want to win the World Cup. India World Cup is coming back to Indian soil after 12 years. 2011 was the last time the World Cup was played in India, and India won that World Cup under the leadership of MS Dhoni. And now Rohit Sharma is leading the team into this World Cup. Rohit Sharma has not yet won an ODI World Cup. He was about to make the 2011 squad, but he was dropped out close to the tournament, and this is something which has always dejected him. He has always wanted to win the ODI World Cup. Virat Kohli has had an ODI World Cup. He has an ODI World Cup in his kitty. That is the 2011 World Cup. But he says I was too young to realize the how tough it is, the pressure or the feeling, because it was his very first World Cup. He was a youngster and he won that. So now that he's a senior, he knows, and he said it himself. He said, that now that I'm a senior, I know the pressure. At that time, I was young, I was free. It was my first World Cup. I could try things. I didn't realize the pressure that the seniors had. Sachin Paji was playing his sixth World Cup, and he was desperate for that win. So he said, now that I'm a senior, I know that pressure and I hope we win this World Cup. And this was the basic nitty-gritties of the event that happened yesterday. This is the official schedule of the tournament, and we hope that Indian team makes it to the finals and then goes on to win the World Cup. And the news related to this is a big Bumrah update. And it's sort of a good news for Indian fans and the Indian cricket team. Jasprit Bumrah, who played his last international match for India in September last year, 2022. As per a report, Bumrah is bowling 7 overs in the nets at the NCA, that is the National Cricket Academy in Bangalore, and he is likely to play a practice match in next month. He'll play a few practice matches, though he's slowly regaining his fitness back. Um, Recently, Cricket Next had reported that Bumrah is likely to make his comeback during the T20 series against Ireland, which starts on 18th of August. Um which will be played shortly before the Asia Cup, which begins on 31st of August. Uh, Last year, after the his last international match, Bumrah had undergone a surgery. This year, rather, Bumrah had undergone a surgery in March this year after the back nickel that has kept him out of action for more than a year. He has had pretty serious back issues, which has kept him out of action for a long time now. He had a surgery in March this year. A source close to this news said that for an injury of this nature, it is not wise to set any timeline as constant monitoring is necessary. But it can be said that Bumrah is recovering well and he has bowled 7 overs at NCA nets. It is a steady increase in his workload from the light workouts and bowling sessions of the initial period. He will play a few practice matches at NCA next month, and there will be a close assessment of his fitness then. And the former strength and conditioning coach of Team India, Ramji Srinivasan, has said, and this is something which Ravi Shastri also said some time back, that he should not be hurried. Bumrah should not be hurried. He said that playing practice matches at the NCA is a good step as it will help tune his body to the demands of a match, but he should be made to play in some actual domestic matches before bringing him to top level cricket. The demands of international cricket are different, and the body should be absolutely ready to take that amount of workload. Recovering from a stress fracture is a delicate exercise, and Bumrah should be allowed maximum recovery time. And this is something that even Ravi Shastri said, that back injury is not a small thing. So Indian team should not rush Bumrah. They did the same mistake last year in the Australia series before the T20 World Cup. They rushed him back. The injury occurred and he's out of action since. It's been about 6, 7 months. They should not rush him again. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes, and we are hopeful that the board is hopeful that Bumrah will make it back to the team for this year's ODI World Cup. We just hope he's fit and fine whenever he returns, and he stays fit and fine for a long, long, long time. Always, if we wish, but for a long, long, long time. And uh, Shreyas Iyer and K. Rahul, another two injured player. The news on them is that they are progressing well, but there is no official timeline for their return. They are recovering well, but there is no plan as of now. They don't have as serious as injury as Bumrah, maybe, but they are recovering and it will take time. Both of them had surgery. K. Rahul has had a surgery a month or two back maximum, and Shreyas Iyer a few months back. So they both are recovering well. Rishabh Pant also recovering well, but highly unlikely that he will make it to this year's World Cup. It's a pretty serious injury that he had, the accident that he had in December last year. So it's a pretty serious injury. And moving on to the final piece of news for today, that is England and Australia. The second Ashes Test begins today at the home of cricket, Lord's Cricket Stadium in England. And England had, as always, announced their playing 11 yesterday. You can see the playing 11 on your screen. Ben Duckett, Zach Crawley, Oli Pope, Joe Root, Harry Brooks, Ben Stokes, the captain, Johnny Bairstow, the wicketkeeper, Stuart Broad, Ollie Robinson, Josh Tongue, and James Anderson. So the only new name that you see is Josh Tongue, who has replaced the all-rounder Moeen Ali in this playing 11. Moeen Ali had a finger injury midway through the match in the first test at Edgbaston, and he has been replaced by Josh Tongue. Moeen Ali took back his retirement from Test cricket and came for this Ashes, but unfortunately he got injured in his fingers, got an injury in his fingers, and Josh Tongue has now officially replaced him. So the second Test begins today, and Australia won the first Test. A very close game, one of the best Test matches you would have ever seen, and uh, the main news was around Ben Stokes, the captain, declaring in the first innings around 390, 380, 390 when Joe Root was playing in his 120s, 130s. He was well set. There was still two, three wickets to go, but Ben Stokes thought it's good to declare and put Australia to bat for the final few overs of the day. And now that England had lost, a lot of backlash was thrown at Ben Stokes, saying that he shouldn't have declared so soon. And he was asked that he will do that again, and he said yes, I will do that again, because that is the kind of cricket that we as an England Test team are proud to play. We go for result in every match. We will go for a result in every match. If we see an easy draw, we even if we are ahead in the Ashes, we are 2-1 ahead, and it's the last match, and we see that we can easily draw the match and take the Ashes home. But still, I'll make sure that I put the match in such a situation that there is a high possibility of a result. So I'll always go for a result. I'll never think of if this can backfire or not. This is my thinking. This is what we think as a team now. We have that approach, the approach that is called baseball, apparently something which both a term which both Stokes and McCallum don't like. But Ben Stokes said that I will always go for a win. And we have few before ending this live, we have few comments. Nikhil Ayer said that uh, he's saying that David Padikkal should be selected for World Cup as one of the openers. He has been consistent. Nikhil, yes, David Padikkal, one of the most talented youngsters we have in India, but this year's World Cup, it's too soon for him. This is what I think personally. I respect your opinion, but it's too soon. We already have Gill, we already have Rohit Sharma, we have Ishan Kishan, we have openers, we have backup openers. We don't need another youngster in the mix. We in that regard, we also have Jaiswal, we also have Rituraj Gaikwad. So we have a lot of players as openers and backup openers. So David Padikkal, although he will eventually play for India one day, he has that sort of a talent, and yes, he has been consistent in certain matches. But right now, it's too soon uh, for Portugal to play in this year's World Cup. It's too soon for him. Uh, Meanwhile, you guys, please subscribe to Cricket's YouTube channel, and just like Nikhil, please ask us questions, give your opinions. We are here to discuss cricket with you. We are here to take your questions, your opinions, discuss on them, think on them, and we do a live session every day. We have a lot of VODs coming towards your way every day. Open the Cricket YouTube channel, watch our videos. We cover a great content of cricket from around the globe, Ashes, World Cups, and qualifiers, a lot of matches, almost every match. So please ask us questions, give your opinions, follow us across our social media channel, on our social media channel. Nikhil, Nikhil is asking when with KSRB on live chat. KSR will soon be on the live chat. Hopefully today. We'll have to wait and see if he will be on the live chat today. But usually comes on a live chat every second day, if not every day. So please stay tuned to Cricket Next. Please subscribe to our channel. You will soon see Srini sir on our live discussion. You can ask him questions, you can give your opinions. He's more than happy to take your questions and answer them. Along with him, we have other experts too, cricket experts too, to discuss and uh, discuss about cricket, about ODI cricket, about Test cricket, T20 cricket, World Cups, Ashes, and a lot more. So please stay tuned to Cricket Next and keep watching Cricket Next. Till then, have a great day today. Be happy and keep smiling.